Well, g'day. Oh, well, that's not a very good one. Hang on. There's got to be a right.
A happy medium.
Yeah. We've only got 3 of us at the moment. Hello, welcome to the live stream. I am going to sort. I'm going to sort this mess out. It's because I picked up the phone. You see, I picked up the phone and put it back down again. But we are going to sort it as soon as I can find where it is. Here it is. Settings have all gone wild. But it's going to be much better.
I think you've got the most important ones in, Al. I think.
You really do.
There we go.
That's better. Amy, you're in now. That's better.
Gosh.
We're all good. Hello, welcome to the live stream. I have a lovely lot of people in here tonight. This is almost as busy as we did a live stream party for the Let's Play God Game party when we launched the album. We had everyone in here.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
And we had wine.
Great.
Yeah, mulled wine. We had a whole load of snacks and stuff like that. Champagne. We even had champagne.
Wow.
Champagne.
Oh, that sounds like a party.
Yeah. Like a party
Yeah.
with a bow tie.
It was something to celebrate. So I think most people will know who these guys are. But these are Born to Win, who used to be our old backing vocalists.
Yes.
Including Dave, who was our techie, who did all of the tech stuff at the side of the stage
Yes.
and all that. So it's Dave on the left. We've got Jay here. We've got Emmy here. We've got Ava here. Really just on that screen, aren't you?
Come closer.
And me, yeah, they know who I am.
Well, Al Almighty now, isn't it? I've heard you've had an upgrade.
Yeah.
Is this the link up with Earth?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
That's what we really need to know.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. Sorry, while we've got a second there's just a little bit of stuff behind the scenes here that I wanted to do, and this is because this week I forgot to print out my script. You see, with racing about doing all sorts of stuff, I forgot to print out the script, but it's all good because we've now got it up on the screen, so it's great. We are going to go straight, and we're talking about, this time we're talking about 2 things. We're talking about Jay has just written a book.
Ooh.
A book that will change your life.
Did the thing.
Can change your life as long as you follow the book.
Yes.
Do
Follow
as
the
you're
rules.
told.
Follow the rules.
Told. Yeah. And we're also talking about the song Lucky Jim, which is about halfway through the album. In fact, I think of it as halfway through the album because all of a sudden we cut up above, and they're in the TV studio up there, and Gordon is selling his soul in order to get votes. Or in order to get money, really, is what he's after.
Yes.
So we are going to spin the record,
In it to
and
win it.
it's going to be up on the screen any second now. All quiet in the studio, ready to go live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Heaven knows before you start, rest assured we have your safety at heart. Nothing here is for free. Please gamble responsibly. We sincerely hope you know, hey, it's only a show. But there's room at the top for original sin. Fruit of the tree is out on the land. Yes, it could be you instead of him. Lucky Jim. Meanwhile, back at Network Central, the login lines are going mental. Some guy just pledged his house and kids to grab a little piece of this. And though we don't encourage his behavior, still he could be the next lifesaver. There's room at the top for original sin. Fruit on the tree is out on the limb. Yes, it could be you instead of him. Lucky Jim. My God, it's only 7:10. One lucky diamond into heaven to see. There's room at the top for original sin. Fruit on the tree is out on the land. Yes, it could be you instead of him. You can win. Yes, you can. And there we are. Beautiful round of applause.
Beautiful.
Very nice. Very nice.
Well done, Al.
Yeah. Genius
Yeah.
one.
Well, there's the first bit. It's always like mayhem here just before we go live. It's like, I haven't done that. I haven't done that. Oh, that's not
Last
working.
minute
Oh,
stuff.
I forgot. Just here was the curveball. Just before we went on air, I realised that the script that I hadn't updated because I hadn't pressed save at home. So I had to quickly ring Carrie and go, Carrie, can you go upstairs, find the notebook thing, and press save?
Yep.
Okay, and they're all worked, and there we are. We've got the right.
And it's
Got
right
the right
here.
one now.
It reminded me of a swan, elegant on the surface and like frantic
Crazy
paddling
paddling
underneath.
And still just moving really
Yeah, just
slowly.
like elegant
So
along the top. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little legs, you see.
yeah. Dave knows all about little legs, don't you, Dave?
Yes.
All right.
It's unfortunate that way.
Welcome everyone. Nice to see so many people here. We've got Ingo here. We've got Paul G here. We've got Angel from America. This is your first time here, Angel. I think it might be. I might be wrong. You might have been here last time. Rick Lovering, who often wins the competition.
Really?
Often.
Lucky Rick.
There is
He's
sometimes.
a lucky Jim.
Or a Lucky Jim in this case.
Sometimes a fight to the death between the two Ricks. There's Rick Lovering and Rick Nicholas, who's from up in the world, who I've done a bit of work, some really good songs with Rick. And Danielle Nichols is here.
Danielle.
Hello. And Red Eddie is here.
Oh.
And funny enough, I'm working with Red Eddie tomorrow. So she's here tomorrow.
So
Yeah.
lovely. You should have to give her. I'll send a big kiss to you.
Okay, there we are. Brilliant stuff. Tonight, as we said, we're talking about the song Lucky Jim. That's one of the things we're doing. And we're going to talk about the book. I've got a picture of the cover of the book, and I am going to stick it up on the screen. Just because everybody's name should be in lights every now and then. And today, it's Jay's turn. Up on the screen. Nothing is wrong with you. Why do you feel the way you do? And how to take your life back? By Jay Marshall.
By
Who
me.
is here.
By me.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's the best book I've ever read, Al. Best book I've ever read. I'm just saying, putting that out there.
Yeah, and I bet you've read it quite a bit, haven't you?
Yeah.
It's a bit like the lyrics for Let's Play the God Game. I know them quite well. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
awful writing a book. Awful. Awful, awful, awful. You're taking stuff out, not putting stuff in most of the time. Brilliant. Epic.
You can't say that. You have to change that.
I know.
But editing is an important part of it, isn't it?
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
You go, blah, that's what I want to say, and then you go, but I can
Yeah.
say it better like that if I did that. If we moved that to there, that would be better.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Do you have a problem remembering lyrics because you wrote them, or is that
Not as much because I've worked on them so much.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I've then put all the instruments on them, and then we've mixed them, and then I've got other people to come in and sing little bits, and we've done all the backing vocals. And subconsciously, I'm just hearing
Goes
it
in.
again and again
Yeah.
and again. And that was the same with the Corgi stuff. Is why I knew the Corgi stuff probably better than anyone is because I'd spent more time in the studio with
Yeah.
it on every little kind of element of it.
Yeah.
So it went in. I know you guys did the first gig that I did, the Live Loud and Unleashed gig at the Globe.
It's amazing.
Yeah,
It was
great,
amazing.
great.
It was amazing, and we are actually going to
Oh, that was
play
some time
something
ago.
from that.
Was that 2018 now?
Is it?
I think it was. I think it might have. Yeah, I think
not
it was
that long.
2018. It was early 2018. Remember we had that.
It was
snow?
January. We were.
It wasn't January. It was later than that, wasn't
Was
it?
it in
Yeah.
February?
March, I
Yeah.
think.
In
Yeah.
March.
Oh,
Yeah.
you
March,
got a
Frank.
good.
Was it March?
I think March, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
pretty
March.
good.
Oh,
March.
March
And
support.
we did. We
Oh,
were
that's so
going
snow.
to get there because we were.
That's
studying
right, in the
for
snow.
Britain. We
That's
couldn't-
right.
We had to
a
have.
very unexpected snow?
Yeah.
Yeah, and we had
Our
to get
neighbours
dug out. Our neighbours
Come
dug
round
us
and they all
out
dug us out.
That's right.
Yeah.
so that we could get to the
So
gig.
that we can get to the gig,
And
yeah.
my two oldest daughters
Oh, those
were
Red
up in
neighbours were the
Scunthorpe,
best.
and they came down. They were driving down, and this storm was called the Beast from the East.
Yes!
Remember, it was called the Beast
Yes,
from the
it
East.
was.
Right.
And they were driving down, and I rung them halfway, and I went, "How you doing?"
Yeah.
And Sarah answered in her Norman Dower way and went, "Not very well, actually. We've just come off the road and we're in a ditch. But some
Oh,
people
yeah.
are helping us out of the ditch."
Oh,
I remember that.
oh dear. No, I had forgotten
She
completely
was
about that.
determined to get there, though.
No, I know they did, and
Just
I was
wonderful.
so grateful that everyone did. That was great. And actually, everyone's coming to this gig.
Oh, that's
Everyone's
fabulous.
coming to this gig because my this is the August the 18th gig at Chapel Arts because my granddaughter Emily is going to sing. Because Leah doesn't want to sing on stage. She goes, no, I don't want to sing on stage. You don't make me sing on stage. Whereas Emily is
She's
like,
so good at
I'll
it.
sing.
I'll do it.
I'll do it.
She's currently going to theatre school, so it's kind of right up,
Yeah.
right up the street. And I went, all right, you do all the
Yeah.
parts that Leah would have done. So she's
Perfect.
doing a couple of songs. So she's coming down, and of course Nick, her proud mother, is coming down. Her sister Hannah is coming down. Sarah's going to be there because Chapel Arts allow you to have a dog in there. And so Sarah has her
course,
dog, and so
our
she can
blueberry.
bring it.
Yeah,
So that's all good. Lorna's coming because she's in the show. She's playing the part of Demeter, so her and I open the show together.
Brilliant.
Not quite sure how we're going to stage that yet. What I would almost like to do is almost just start it with the sound effects and her and I, and then other people come on through it. Maybe that might work. We'll see if we can do it. I know whenever I say things like that to Paul, he goes, I've got to get the headphones, I've got to get the click in,
yeah, you
all
got to
that
get his
sort of
things
stuff,
in.
you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Like
you and
last
Michael
minute.
Jackson done a good entrance at the NFL halftime
Yeah.
Super Bowl show, you know, where there was just smoke.
Yeah.
And then he shot through the stage and then landed and then stayed there motionless for like 3 minutes.
So
I
you
thought
could
that's
do
a
that?
great entrance, you know.
You could do that.
That's the entrance you need.
Motionless.
Motionless for 3 minutes.
I don't think we've got a trapdoor in the stage. I might have to drop me from the ceiling.
To lift you up.
Yeah, keep me the right way up.
Yeah. That could be entertaining.
Keep me the right way up.
For all the wrong reasons.
So
But you're God, you
everyone's
can do all
gonna,
things.
everyone's going to be there
That's
at that
gonna be
gig. That's going to be
great.
that's going to be fun. Yeah,
Wow.
that's going to be a lot of
Yes.
fun. And we're doing a warm-up gig at the Earl Hague, North Cardiff, on the week before, on the Thursday before.
Nice.
Cool. So which one do you want us at?
Both of them.
Of course.
Yeah.
It's a date.
We're your biggest fans, Al. Yeah, we've always been your biggest fans.
So yeah, there we are. There's that, and we're doing Lucky Jim. Sorry, I just want to refer to my notes. Is there anything else I'm supposed to say here? Obviously, we're talking about. Yeah, I think we get into the competition. We're going to do the competition. We like to do this early
Yeah, yeah.
because everyone has a lot of guesses, and I kind of go, you're kind of close, but it's not, really right. And I try and give them
Close, but
cryptic
no
clues.
risk. Yeah.
Yeah. Tonight, we are going to give away a copy, or Jay is going to give away a copy of his new book.
Yes.
And so for one lucky person, they're going to have their life changed.
Absolutely.
Everyone else is going to have to go buy it.
Yeah. Well, my life has been changed.
Yeah? Good.
It's pretty awesome.
Was it after you read the book? Or was it when you were proofreading it?
The
Telling
25
him he's
years.
got all the bits in the wrong
The
order.
20 years before.
Yeah, just the odd 20 years prior to him writing it. I've been fortunate. I've been the guinea pig.
Yeah, do I know this book? I live in this book.
I live in it. I live in
this
it.
book.
Yes. Absolutely.
I've been trying to escape it.
That's classic.
So the
I
question.
haven't got that in it. I tell you what,
Gotta get that
when we
question.
do this, I'm going to find. Yeah, I'll get the quiz question.
Yeah.
So yeah, the prize is the book. We're going to put the quiz question up on the screen and see what you make of this. I'll make it a bit bigger. Go on, you can do it.
Go on. Yes.
Al and Born to Win have a surprisingly long history.
We really do.
Where did Al and Ava first meet?
Ooh,
I'll
it's
say
a
that
good
again.
one.
Tricky one.
Al
Yeah, it
and
was
Born to
tricky
Win
for us.
have a surprisingly long history. Where did Al and Ava first meet? And funny enough, we've had a long history of coincidences of
Yes.
being near each other.
Yes.
In the same place, haven't we? So
Yes.
We'll tell you about that a little bit later on, but just in case we give away any
much.
Too
clues.
much.
we don't know.
Oh, you've
No
gotta be
clues at
careful.
the moment. It's too early. So I'm just checking our things here. Yeah. Okay, they're all talking about talking to each other, so that's good. Yep. Or we don't need to deal with anything there. So have a little look at it. That question. Someone might know the answer to that. I know there's someone that definitely does know the answer to that. You're not included.
No.
Al and
I
Born
know
to
this.
Win have a surprisingly long history. Where did Al and Ava first meet? There we are. We're coming back down to us. here. And we'll reiterate that. If nobody gets that right in the first instance, we'll maybe give them some
Give him a clue.
wee pointers.
Go on,
Wee
Stu, give him a
pointers.
clue.
Wee pointers. Okay, I think we're going to go back and we're going to look at something. This is a really old video from one of the later gigs that we did with you guys. The Corgis and Orchestra, and I know
I love that one.
everyone was there.
Oh, I love that one.
And it was a great night. It was really fraught in the sound check. If you remember, we went right up to the wire, and we'd hardly run anything.
Yeah.
But we knew that all the mics were working,
Yeah.
and we were recording it all multi-track as well.
Yeah.
So the engineer was really stressed. He was brilliant. He was a guy from Trading Boundaries, if you remember. He came across and engineered
So
for us.
good.
Then I did a kind of Mike Smith big band set, and there were a lot of people who went to see that who were regular Mike Smith people, and they were kind of like swing music and all that sort of stuff. Wasn't sure how they were going to take to the Corgis. By and large, it was not their cup of tea, but it must be said that all the Corgis fans loved the Mike Smith stuff. They went, oh, I really loved all that swing stuff beforehand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit of a mixed
But
bag.
the band were great. The orchestra.
Oh, they were brilliant,
amazing,
yeah.
weren't they?
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
Well, they're all kind of my friends, really, aren't they? There are a lot of the
Yeah.
session players that we used in the studio
Sure.
here, plus a couple of other friends because it was a bigger lineup. I think we had 6 horns, 2 trumpets, 2 saxes, 2 trombones,
Amazing.
and I think it was 6 strings, so 2 first violins, 2 second violins, viola and cello. Claire Lindley was there from Stackridge, who was now with Big Big Train. And in fact, I bumped into Claire. This is really funny. I went to see Squeeze in Caldecott Castle.
Okay.
And
yeah,
they
yeah.
were brilliant, really good.
Yeah.
But anyway, Carrie and I sat down, and then someone goes, "Oh, hey, hello," and it's Claire, who's Scottish. And she was just sat right next to us, and so we had a good old chat and all that. And she was just saying that she was now getting involved with writing quite a lot of stuff for Big Big Train. Don't know if you know Big Big Train, but they're quite a big prog group. You know, they've done about 7 or 8 albums.
Yeah.
They've got quite a big following.
Nice.
And so, you know, she's been involved with that for a little while, and they're touring the world, and they're doing cruises
Wow,
and
yeah,
all sorts of
brilliant,
stuff,
yeah.
and, you know.
Bringing joy to everyone.
Yeah. So Claire and David Mullins was on cello. They were an item, and they were. And so it was like a bunch of old friends. You know, they were all friends that were there from certainly some of them from different walks of life. But it was a great night. Quite fraught. We hadn't really rehearsed anything, and it came when we heard the multi-track back. There was a few things like, "Yeah, we really could have done the rehearsal."
With the mic
Because there were
check.
some songs we hadn't played for ages.
Yes.
There was things like, you know, the da da ba, you know, da da da. I can't remember what that was. We used to do it. What you do to me.
Oh, yeah.
We used to do it. It was things like that that we'd done that we hadn't done for ages.
Yeah.
Set Me Free we
Yeah.
hadn't done for ages.
Yeah,
Oh,
oh,
my
yeah,
goodness.
yeah.
Yeah.
At least this one that I'm going to play, this is for all the South American people, and this is Don't Look Back. Of course, it was a massive hit in South America. So we're going to play Don't Look Back, and it's got to be said that the orchestra and the strings and stuff sound really great on this.
It's the goosebump.
Yeah, it's the
moment.
Yeah.
goosebump. Yeah,
I
yeah,
remember
yeah.
being on stage that night,
Yeah.
and
You feel it in a
You-
different way.
it
feel
really
it,
affected
yeah.
my physiology.
Yeah.
The whole.
And you were in front of the brass, weren't you? So
It
you
was-
would have been getting that bar.
Yeah.
It was
Oh,
amazing. It
'Cause
made-
normally
it
if it's-
almost
it-
made me want to cry.
Yes,
It was
normally
so
it's just Paul
emotional.
Smith you hear.
Ah, he's the best.
Love you, Paul.
Love you, buddy.
Yeah, and so but the strings, different element
Yeah.
again.
Totally
Oh, it was
different.
wonderful.
So have a listen to this. This is Don't Look
do
Back,
it.
the Corgis with orchestra. It was a one-off gig. Who knows, we might do it again, but none on the cards, let's say. So enjoy this one. Don't Look Back.
Oh, jeez.
I can hardly say I'm down on love. I've monopolized your life too long. I know that certainly something's gone wrong. Times are tough. I can hardly say that times are tough. All the writers' friends
Brilliant.
Yeah, that was great stuff, wasn't it? That
Yeah,
was,
it was good stuff. Yeah.
that was good fun. It sounds so great, doesn't it?
Oh, so full.
Hear all of those.
Yeah, it's real. It's
All those
real.
instruments on it. Yeah, we've done quite a good mix of something about the Beatles as well. I should actually do find the video,
That one.
find the
Oh,
video
yeah.
for it and stick it up, and it sounds really good. James and I got together. We did an edit of it and everything, and just kind of really featured the strings at the end and stuff. There was just some. Very, very nice indeed.
Good stuff.
While we're chatting away, I'm just going to load up Sonar because I closed it, because we're going to have a little look at Lucky Jim in a second. And some of the stuff that's written on there, take no notes of. There was some that I didn't edit from last week.
Doesn't matter. It's absolutely fine with me. I'm oblivious either way.
So give us a second. I'll get this loading in the background, and then we won't be sitting twiddling our thumbs when we get there. It'll be great. Oh no, yes. It's a new version of Sonar.
Yeah, I had to download it, and
Yeah.
it kicked me out of Melodyne as well, which I need.
Did
'cause
it?
Yeah. And I haven't been able to log back in because I forgot my password, username.
You should be able to. Yeah, you should be able to get it from Melodyne themselves.
Yeah, I've
Yeah,
been,
we've been
in
back and forth
touch with them, but it's
Yeah, they want receipts
been a mission.
and all sorts.
Oh,
I'm like,
I know,
really?
yeah,
Come on
receipts
now. That's fun.
Hopeless.
Never
What can you do?
The
What can you do?
joys.
Yeah.
Singing tune.
Yeah,
That
that
would
would
help.
probably do the trick. If you could just sing in tune, you wouldn't need it in the first place.
But who wants to do that? That's just
That's not fun.
everyone would expect it.
So I think we are gonna have a quick look at Sonar stuff. So leave the mic on, and we can just chat our way through this.
Okay.
And this will be a first for you as well, because you've seen lots of these before you
Yeah.
do. Because these guys use Sonar at home. They use the same program that I do, so they know kind of this. They probably use it in a slightly different way than I do.
Yeah,
but
you
that's-
use it the way it's supposed to be.
No, there is no right and wrong way. There are many different ways you can use many different programs.
Like skinning cats.
Why would you say that?
Well, you choose.
You know what? It's
You choose
really
your
hard to
poison.
take him anywhere. It really is hard to take you anywhere, Marshall.
There we are. Okay, so I'm going to stick this up on screen, and we'll see what we've got here. So, as always, if we kind of start this at the top, sorry, guys, give me a whole load of warnings saying, oh, new plugins, new plugins. If we go up to the top, most people here know that all the pink stuff is backing vocals. So on this particular, now what I would normally do is, anyone that was singing a lead on it or something like that, if this was like, if Danielle was in it,
Yes.
if she was doing her God thing as being Danielle, then I would get her to do the backing vocals as well. This particular one, it's really just me on it, but Elaine was around, so I got her to do some
that's
backing vocals
perfect.
as well. And it's quite interesting because some of these backing vocals, if you listen to just me doing the backing vocals, they sound ropey as hell because I was making them up at the time. So these are from the demo. I don't think I ever really redid any backing. I just left them and just added to them. So, so this is what the chorus sounds like on backing vocals, just me, and then you hear what a difference it sounds like when Elaine comes in as well. It's great.
Room at the top, original sin. Fruit of the tree is out on the limb. It could be you instead of him.
Well, I've heard worse. I've heard worse. And so once you put Elaine into it, it smooths it all out, so you get this kind of effect.
Room at the top, original sin. Fruit of the tree is out on the limb. It could be you instead of him.
Etc. So
Fabulous.
regular BVs, and they just really follow the chords, which is why they sound a little bit weird here and there. I don't know what these are.
Room at the top,
Lovely. Really nice.
Yeah, so that's it. That's the extent of backing vocals, really. There's going to be the next do's that are going to have a different word at the end of them, I'm
Okay.
sure.
room at the top.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, very good. There's just a single lead vocal on this. I think if we look down at it, we'll see that actually this is the original demo vocal. It's been probably corrected a little bit. I've gone and fixed some things here or there, but there is only kind of one vocal there, and then there's a bit of a fixed version. So that's a regular version of it. This, I say this about every song. I go, oh, it's quite simple. It's really simple.
It's simple when you know.
Simple, really? That's simple, is it?
No. Easy when you know. That's what the thing is, isn't it?
So you know, there's a few guitars. There's a Hammond organ by the looks of it. There's probably there's little sequencers. Everyone likes the sequencers. Whenever I play them, they go, ooh, what's that? I really like that little sound there. So let's do something untraditional. We'll start at the bottom and have a look at what this is. So this is a sequencer. And that kind of gives a techie feel to it, you know, which is what I want. It's a TV studio, so it's like clean kind of techie.
Yes,
thing.
yes.
And the way that fits in, if I do a dim solo on this, you
Nice.
and you've immediately got a groove.
Yeah.
It's only bass drums and that little ticky sequencer, but that's quite nice. And so that does the job. And then there's really a single guitar that does most of the work. And that is this Telecaster guitar. And it gets a bit more brash as well.
I love the guitar sound of this. It is just, it's a jam. It's got just the right amount of rock in it, you know, without being too heavy.
Yeah, it's not too overdriven, is it?
Yeah. Yeah.
It just gets a wee bit bigger as we go. Again, so that's the original demo guitar. The original, I would have had fake drums on. Of course, Paul will come in and put his magic on afterwards. The solo, in some ways, I just thought, oh, what can I do with a solo that's kind of different? And I thought I want the tune there somewhere. So I did this kind of James Bond guitar doing the tune. I'll put a dim solo on so you hear it in context. I muted it instead of solo.
That'll do it.
Ah, yeah.
And then the slide guitar just added rock to it, basically. And there's been a slide theme all the way through this. When Gordon picks up his guitar, he's usually got a slide in his hand, so he plays a slide. And I don't know if you've noticed on some of the videos, wherever he's got a guitar solo, he clicks his finger in the guitar. Sometimes it spins in from the back, sometimes it drops from the ceiling. And then Lorna and I were in Hastings a couple of weeks ago, and I went, we've got to do the other video, got to do the end video of you and I, and it's a song, His Finest Creation. And at this point, Gordon has been cast down. He's in a damp, dark prison, rat-infested prison, and him and Demeter are sat there, and they're just kind of staring ahead, looking, nothing going on. And then Gordon has this bright idea. I'm going to take us back down to us. I'll try not to forget us to put us back to the screen. Gordon has this bright idea. All of a sudden he goes, I'll click and my guitar will appear. Because all his powers are gone, aren't they? So no guitar.
I hate it when that happens.
Maybe I didn't click hard enough, and he kind of really gets. Nothing happens, and then Demeter just picks up the guitar and hands it to him. And played his finest creation.
Talking
it's very nice.
of-
We just sit there in the dark playing this.
Talking of your videos, I noticed that they've gone a level up in with the AI and
There's
stuff.
a lot
who's
of
doing,
AI.
who's doing this? Who is in the background working at it?
Me.
You were doing it. Well done. Well done. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been using a program called OpenArt, which gives you all of the AI models. So you could buy into Kling or any of VO and all of those sort of things. This one gives you access to all of them, and it works as a broker in a way. It works with whatever pricing they've got. Some of them are really expensive to use. I say really expensive,
It's all relative, isn't it?
80p as opposed to 30p.
Yeah.
Oh, right,
Yeah.
To do a clip.
Yeah.
but when you're doing a lot of clips, of course, you can turn into a little bit. But it's still not much money. I think even at my worst, I bought 3 extra packs of 5,000 credits at about a tenner a piece. So I spent an extra 30 quid. I think the program itself is something like 12 quid a month. You get 12,000 credits.
Yeah.
But I needed another 15,000. So it was a heavy month. And so even at its worst, it cost me about 45 quid for a month, and I probably did 4 videos in that month, full videos. With
Well, that's a sign of the times, isn't it? You imagine what it used to be before. You
but
know,
there was
just to do a
stuff that we
5-minute
did-
video,
stuff that
thousands
we
of
did
pounds,
that
you know?
wouldn't have been able to do.
Yeah.
You know, like I did a video for Song Dog for Lyndon Morgan, who plays the part of Man in here. Lyndon plays the part of Man.
Yes.
And I did a video for him, and it opens with a cello player and a violin player, but they're both skeletons. They're playing this.
And to get a skeleton to do that in real life is quite expensive.
Yeah.
They don't work for free.
They're not very cooperative.
No.
No.
Very
Day in the
cooperative.
office, that.
Yeah. So anyway, that's the thing with the slide guitar and all of that. He clicks his fingers and the guitar arrives, except when it doesn't.
I want to try that.
No. You've got to be a god.
Doesn't work.
Oh.
Okay,
Got to be a
alright.
god. Sorry guys. Yeah. I do it for you here myself, but I just don't want to show off.
Yeah.
Don't want to show off. So back to the screen. So the way these two work with each other is essentially the slide just fills in between all of those. So you get this idea. None of it's rocket science.
My God, it's only 10 past 7.
Then the slide carries on, goes a lot more
To
wrong.
heaven, there's room at the top for Rachel to sing. Fruit on the tree is out on the limb. It's gonna be you instead of him. You can win. Yes, you can win. Yes, it can be you instead of him. Lucky charm.
It was quite like that at the end. I heard an interesting backing vocal at the end there, and this always reminds me, this particular line, I'll play it and see if you think the same thing.
Is out on the limb. It could be you instead of him. You can win. Yes, you can win. Yes, it could be you. It's
That chord change always reminds me of Elvis Costello for some reason. I don't know why, but maybe he must have used it in a song, and I nicked it in 2 different songs. So thank you, Elvis. Thank you very much. Very nice man. I did some work for him at one point. I did.
Did you, Elvis Costello?
Yeah,
I did not know that.
It was in the quite early days of the studio, and we were using computer with an AMD processor, and we were using a cut-down version of Logic, which didn't like to work with an AMD processor.
Yeah.
I was away in Bournemouth doing a summer season with Jane McDonald, and I was on the phone to Nige, and Nige kept going, we're trying, we can't get this computer to work, and we've got this and that and the other, and we've got this Elvis Costello job. And I go, what Elvis Costello job? And he goes, well, he's writing like an opera. It wasn't an opera in the end. It was, because there was no words. But it was like a musical piece, like probably about 40 minutes long or something like that. I've since heard a recording with the London Symphony Orchestra. And he'd written all of this score. He'd taught himself to write. He taught himself to write music. And
Fair
he'd
play.
written this complete orchestral score. And some of it was quite angular. But he said, can you do a mock-up? Because I'm going to rehearsals in Italy, and I need to really be prepared for what it sounds like, and if there's something wrong, I need to
Make the adjustment.
I need to know. And Nige kept going, we've got this Elvis Costello job, and we must get on with it and all that. And I'd ring the next week and I'd go, how's the Elvis Costello job? And he'd go, we still haven't got it because the processor didn't work and all that. I'd ring the next week, no, it's still not working. Eventually I come back from Bournemouth and I go, right, let's go, we've got to do this. And Kay, who was working for us at the time, went, Nige kept telling me that's a job for me, but he wouldn't show me how to do it. I'm sure it wasn't intentional, but it was like, that's typical Nige. That's a job for you. We'll get round to that. We'll get round to that. And he never did. And so I went, right, okay, you're doing that, let's do this. We blasted through it. And we probably got it finished in 2 days before he was flying off. And then we posted him off. And then I get a call from his manager saying, yeah, there's been a post strike.
Oh.
And so Elvis, who lives in Dublin in Ireland, he lived in Dublin at the time, he didn't get his. But it's okay because I got my CD of it, so I flew out from London
Fair play.
to give him the CD
Yeah, fair
in
play.
Dublin, and I met him at the airport where he flew off to Rome to do
Oh.
That was a
to
proper
do the
fly-by.
rehearsals for the premiere. And you think, all right, okay, well we cut that a little too fine, didn't we?
It was a bit too tight.
That's the things that happen.
Fair play.
You know?
Skin of the teeth.
Yeah, things that happen. So, the only other thing really in this, the thing that makes it really sound rock, other than Paul's drums, and we'll find some good bits of Paul's drums in a second, is the Hammond organ. That the Hammond organ comes in and does what Hammond organs do best. It makes it sound louder. So we get to bits. You probably know that I kind of, if I've done a verse and a chorus, I like to have something else coming in on the second verse. So
Kids, so grab a little piece of this. Though we don't encourage his behavior, still he could be the next white savior. There's room at the top for original sin. Food on the Lucky Jim.
Yeah.
etc. So that's the job it does. We got typical Paul rock drums towards the end. Let's have a look at
My God, it's only 10:07. One lucky guy minutes ahead.
my prediction.
There's room at the top for original sin.
There it is.
Food on the tree
There it is.
is out on the limb. Yes, it could be.
Did you record them yet?
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
Okay.
You could win. Yes, you can win. Yes, it could be. It's out ahead.
You love his sparkly pin, don't you? Yeah, you love his sparkly
No,
pin.
yeah, it's not his. Yeah, it's not his
It's not
sparkly
the
one.
sparkling one.
No.
It was there. It's his regular kit that he's left upstairs for ages and ages now. He's had it up there for a good couple of years, and everyone that plays on it goes, oh, "I love this kit. It's
Yeah.
a brilliant kit." And the drummer from Roosevelt, who I work with, he played on the kit and he went and bought one.
Yeah.
After he bought one.
But it's not the kit. It's the way that he tunes it.
It's the way he
and he's just
tunes it,
unbelievable ear for drums.
Yeah.
And then of course, what I love about Paul's drumming is that he's got the sensitivity
Yeah.
in the individual notes, which is rare.
Yeah.
I mean, like you can hear him tapping away, and you can hear the rhythm in the individual,
Yeah.
notes that he's playing. It's very rare to do, and it takes a
That's sensitivity.
real level of ear to be able to
Yeah.
pick that out. Fair
Yeah.
play to him.
Paul and I have had loads of discussions about. I'll shut so now because I think we're done with that. We've had loads of discussions about
Fascinating watching that.
timing, about
Yeah.
what happens where, and often, and this is where Paul and I differ in our tastes of what we want, is hi-hats. Because Paul loves a kind of quiet hi-hat that's ticking away, and I kind of like those. I like kind of thrashed hi-hats a little bit more.
Yeah.
And so Paul would go, oh yeah, but that's really unnatural for me. And it's like, I'd go, yeah, but I'm not hearing the eights enough. They're not driving the song enough.
Yeah.
And it's not to make things awkward for him. It's just that I feel that they're not quite doing the job for the song that I wanted them to do.
Yeah.
And so I want those in-betweeny notes a little bit louder.
Yeah.
And he talked to Ian Thomas. So I don't know if you know
Yes,
him. You know Ian
Ian
Thomas.
Yes.
Ian Thomas, one of the top drummers in the country.
Yeah.
He's worked with everyone in the world. And Paul went to Ian. He went, Al keeps asking me to play these hi-hats a bit, more even and less brash and whatnot.
Yeah.
And he went, and I find it quite hard. And Ian went, yeah, practice.
That'll do it. Yeah.
Yeah, if that's what he wants, go practice it.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you find it hard, practice until you get good at it.
Yeah.
Everything's practice, isn't it? That's the thing.
Well, that's the thing, yeah.
But the sensitivity, unique in its own right, isn't it?
Well, it's hard as a drummer because you've got 4 limbs.
Yeah.
And if you're asking one to be harder or one to be
Yeah.
more drivey than the next limb, it's hard to do. It's not
Yeah.
natural.
Yeah.
It takes quite a lot of focus.
Yeah.
But Paul is one of the most, underrated drummers in the country for sure.
And part of it, isn't it, is
sure.
economy of movement. It's
Yeah.
not thrashing. It's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
really big movements.
Yeah.
It's this where you can
Flick out.
get to the
Mm.
things easily. When I
What a
worked with
genius.
Ian Thomas here, he we were doing a jazz session. His kit was really low. His cymbals were there,
Yeah.
and he was kind of just
Yeah.
there. You know, he didn't have to move his hands hardly at all to get to the cymbals. And really good. But it was jazz he was doing. It wouldn't be the kit that he used for rock.
Yeah.
But it was quite an interesting. And the brilliant thing about conversation I had with Ian at that point is he was doing a session for Nigel, and Nigel said, "Yeah, tempo's at 78," and Ian looked at him and went, "That's not 78," and he went, "Oh, it's somewhere around 78." And he looked at it and he went, "I know it's 77."
Ah.
And he went, "Yeah, I thought so." Yeah, I thought
Okay. Okay.
Can't pull the wool over that man's eyes.
Right, yeah.
And my friend Terry Gregory was on bass. Terry runs the Bass Institute in London. They have all the heavyweight jazz players come across. And Terry came to the session before Ian, and he went, "So Ian will just play and we'll try and keep up with him, right?"
Yeah,
All right.
let's just do that.
But it was really interesting because Paul would tell you that Paul used to be really underconfident. He'd always go, "Oh, I'm not as good as these guys. I'm not, I'm not, Ian Thomas, brilliant. Mike Smith Jr. was, fantastic drummers, and I'll never be as good as them. All the stuff in your book.
Yes.
All that stuff
Yes.
in your book where they go,
Yes.
I'll never be able to do that.
Yeah.
I'm never as good, those things that you grew up with as a kid.
Yeah.
And we were doing a gig open in the Welsh Assembly, and we were playing for Bonnie Tyler, and Ian Thomas was there to play with. Who was he playing with? Oh yeah, Ian Thomas was there to play with Tom Jones,
Oh, okay.
and
Yeah.
Mike
Yeah.
Smith Jr. was there to play with Shirley Bassey, and they were both backstage, and.
No pressure,
There's a
Paul.
bit where it goes total eclipse of the heart, and Paul goes boo boo bush, and both of them come running out and went, "Who the fuck is that?" And they come out and they went, "It's Paul. He's been telling us for years that he's crap, that he's no
Yeah.
good." And they got him up against the wall and they went, "You're just as good as anyone else here."
That's it. Yeah. Yeah.
And good went, "All right then."
Right, now I
But
know.
I think that changed his mind a little bit, where he thought,
Yeah.
"Oh, I'm not as crap as I thought I was," And he's a changed man now,
Yeah.
He's become lots more confident than he was. But that little voice is still there a little bit.
Yeah.
And he would tell you that.
Yeah.
That doubt is always there.
Well, we've all got him in something, Al, haven't we?
Yeah.
We've all got him in something.
Yes, we do. We do. Have we had any good guesses here? Oh, we got Cornwall. Yeah, someone's been. Yeah, no, Swansea. Car park.
No, and it was not in a public toilet in Hampstead Heath either. That's a different movie.
Right, okay, Ingo. Al met Ava first by producing an album for Danielle when Ava was on backing vocals. Oosh, don't say anything. Okay, well, that's a very interesting one. I might just say that is really the closest yet.
It is close,
That
yeah.
really is the closest yet. And if nobody else gets closer than that, Ingo, we reckon you've won the prize. But just for a laugh, we are going to stick that question back up on the TV screen. We're going to reiterate it, just in case you have any bright thoughts that come up. So, Al and Born to Win have a surprisingly long history. Where did Al and Ava first meet? There we are. Coming back down to us. Yeah. Okay. So I'm just going to have a look at here. So I think we can move on. Lucky Jim, I don't think there's very much more to say about Lucky Jim, other than philosophically, it comes at the halfway point, and you get to reveal what the gods have been up to. The whole first half really has been about the humans, other than the gods. when Danielle and Gordon are sat in a bar and they decide to trash the earth, you know, they go, yeah, I've had enough of these guys. They're both drunk.
Yeah, as you do, as you do.
And surprised, the lyrics in that song, sometimes it's the little things, is they're basically going, you know, the zealots are building more bumps in the road, ride to the end with a hazardous load, you know, Adam, what's his seed we've sowed, you know, and they're all, and then he goes, is that Bollinger 79? Yeah. So they're both sitting there and they're going, oh yeah, I fancy a drink of that. And again, let's get back to these humans, trashing these humans. So yeah, the two gods are just sat there getting hammered, drinking all of this stuff and trashing the humans. That's eventually what they do. So we get to the end of it, you know, we get to the end of this first half. Eve has become a women's libber and she's trying to galvanise the other wives and all that and, you know, go, no, women empowerment and all of that sort of stuff. So she sings her Come Summer, you know, where all the guys are going, well, be patient, you know, why do you need to do things so deep? Why do you need actual equality now? You don't need it now, have a little bit, Which is interesting because it's what has happened all the way through, isn't it? The suffragette movement, like, they go, yeah, equality, yes. Not yet, not yet, but we'll give you, we'll do it, we'll make things better.
If you're a landowner, you can have a vote. Isn't it? That's like the thing. If you're a landowner, you can have a vote.
Yeah, all of that stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, that whole first half really is about the conflict between gods and men. And then second one, we reveal what's really happening up there. And they're up there and they're betting on the human race. And they're betting, will the human race survive? Will they die? And they go, oh, that was so funny. Look, you know, there's a whole scene that I'm just working on a video with Lyndon. And it's where he sings in his own image. And it's the old age question of, if God is so good, why is life so bad? You know, and that's what everyone is always asked all the time.
Yep.
If religion, if God exists, why does he let all these terrible things happen?
Why do babies have cancer?
And so Eve's there and she's got a washing line that's on a tree that's blowing in the wind and there's rain going everywhere. And Adam's...
in Wales?
This is in Wales. It's set in Wales. It's a desolate land somewhere anyway. I reckon it's Wales. Yeah. So she's got a washing line attached to this tree that's kind of blowing in the wind. The rain's pouring everywhere. And Lyndon's in this like army tent. And he's cowering under it. And at one point, the tent just rolls over and blows away. So you can see the guards looking at this and going, ah! So funny! Oh, it's so funny. And in the liner notes, there's a little bit where it's got I've got this biographer who's the interviewer, and he interviews all the different people. He interviews the gods, he interviews the humans, and he says at one point, he goes, so Eve, is it really the end for mankind, do you think? And she goes, no, we think he will come back to save us, and we've been praying hard and all that sort of stuff. And the next one is Gordon, who goes, no, it's the end.
No.
And he goes, still, it's been a great season, some really funny moments.
Great season.
It's like, yeah, it's the end, but it's really funny. It's great.
So tell me, in the song Lucky Jim, what does Jim win? What is he betting for? What's the gamble?
Well, Lucky Jim is anyone who hasn't betted yet but could be Lucky Jim. The fruit of the tree is out on the limb, and he's the guy that will bet and maybe win the... there's a hierarchy in every civilization, isn't there? So let's say there's a hierarchy in the gods as well. Certainly Gordon is on the ascendancy. He's just made loads of money with this game, which has taken off. It's gone wild. So, and he is now he's got the ear of God, you know, and he's kind of, you know, he can't do anything wrong at this point anyway. He can't do anything wrong. Whereas other people are more rank and file, you know. Are they all gods? I don't know. Are they, you know, do some people get to be gods and some don't get to be gods? And but they win, whether it's money, whether it's property, whether it's a place on government or what it is, but they get to move up, let's say. That's what they do. They get to move up. And everyone can play this game. And some people can win big. You know, if you bet bigger, you win bigger. And so, you know, who knows? So that's the whole... There's 3 songs in a row. There's Lucky Jim it starts with. Yeah. And you're talking about, you know, it could be you know, and they're saying, you know, some guy just bet his house and kids. You know, while we don't encourage this behaviour, still you could be the next white saviour. So they're saying, you know, all the things that they would say on I'm a Celebrity, you know, don't forget, you know, get your votes in, but if you if you bet after a certain amount of time, your votes, you'll still be charged, but your votes won't be counted.
Yeah.
All of that sort of stuff is there on the Let's Play the God game thing, where they're just kind of fleecing people, basically. And then, you know, it does the Lucky Jim thing, and then it cuts and goes, live link up to Earth, and they go down to Earth, and it's in his own image, and Elaine's there with the washing on the line, the rain pouring down. Lyndon's sat in the tent, the rain's pouring, it's blowing all over the place, and he's just saying, you know, what is it all about if this is so good? Why, you know, why are you not talking to me anyway? You used to be a burning bush, and there's nothing, you know, where your bushes were burning, now your silence is concerning.
Yeah.
So all of that, and then we go back up into the Let's Play the God game studio, where God arrives herself and does a stunning rock performance of Sometimes Even a God Will Give In. And Danielle kills the video performance. She's bloody brilliant on the video. And she's doing it to green screen out there. We put her in the God studio and she's kind of doing the whole thing. And that's that kind of trio of things all set in the God game studio, where they go down and have a look at what's Earth, have a good laugh at it, and then they come back and and she does this rock performance. Gordon comes on in the middle, summons his guitar and plays a blistering solo, and then goes off again.
So can I ask you where you got the idea from, Al? So a concept album, and it's brilliant. And of course, in your style, your Al Steele style, all the music is brilliant. It's all just wonderful. You always stick in, you know, your odd, discordant note.
Yeah.
Your odd discordant note. So everything is Al Steele, isn't it? But where did the idea come from? Where did the...
I think it came from general life, and we've talked about this before, where in fact, we talked about, probably the germ of the idea was, we were sat around talking, and I went, you know, sometimes it's like, if we were all in a giant game, you wouldn't know. Because you can't see on the outside. It's like the Matrix idea. You cannot see the Matrix unless you can see it, unless you can figure out how to see it. I had a mate long ago, 20 years ago, 25 years ago, was talking to me about this stuff, and he said, you know, God or whatever it is, there are signs everywhere. If you look for them and you see it, and you'll laugh because it's so obvious that stuff is there, you know, and that's exactly what would happen if it was a game. They go, let's give them a little clue, let's stick a sign up there. Put exactly what they were thinking about. They'll go, wow, that was spooky, wasn't it? You know, it's a bit like us. We go, I was just talking to about someone the other day. I wasn't on the internet or anything like that, and all of a sudden I'm now getting loads of adverts for this thing that I was talking about. So somebody's listening.
Somebody's listening.
You know? So they're either listening on our phones, and our phones are always active even when they're switched off.
Oh, they definitely are.
Yeah.
For sure.
Or somebody's listening in.
Yeah.
And they go, oh, that's fun. Let's stick some adverts. So like, they'll go, whoa, that's spooky, isn't it? Oh, what's going on there? And so it came from that idea that, you know, if we were in a game, and I just investigated the possibility, if we were in a game, what would it look like? Who would be running the game? How did the game come in the first place, you know?
Well, some very, very intelligent intellectuals would agree with you on that point, that we're living in a simulation, and that...
difficult to know if you are or you're not. I'm open to the idea. It's like anything else, you know. It's like if someone said, do you believe in this, do you believe in that? I believe in very little, unless I have absolute proof of something. And then even if you have absolute proof of something, then we have absolute proof of Newtonian physics until Einstein comes along and goes, yes, but at the microscopic level it doesn't work anymore. Or at the big level it doesn't work anymore. So, you know, even facts that you believe are cast iron rock solid, you still have to go, I still don't believe in them. They're probably right. There's a probability that things are right. There's a probability that if you boil a kettle, it will get hotter. But there is a scientific possibility that it will not, if nothing aligns right. But the vast probability is that it will get hotter again. So you take it for granted that in a Newtonian world, which is what we mostly live in, that you take things for granted that you can go, that's what we perceive as a fact. But I would always still entertain the idea that there is possibly a reason why that could be wrong. I will entertain the idea of it being wrong. So, you know, if someone said, do you believe that you're in a game? I don't necessarily believe in a game, but I certainly entertain the possibility of it, because it would explain a lot of things. We were just saying earlier, it would explain ghosts, for instance. You say, ghosts, well, I explain ghosts. You know, it's like, well, ghosts are a bit of code that haven't been cleaned up properly. They're from 100 years ago when, you know, that person did live in that house 100 years ago in the game,
Yeah.
but the piece of code hasn't been cleaned up. There's a little remnant there. We see it all the time. You get little bits of code, little idiosyncrasies in programs that shouldn't be there, that shouldn't happen, but they've got left behind. You know, the whole of Windows is based on really simple code that they've stuck things on top and more layers on top, more layers on top.
Yeah.
But there's still those little bits of code that were wrong in the first place and are still wrong now.
Yeah.
I see it in all the programs that I use.
It's a great concept. It's a great concept. It's a great idea because you sort of managed to stand outside of it and look at it and sort of explain it.
Yeah,
And
I
use it.
explain a scenario of what it could be, but it could be any different scenario, or it might be complete gobbledygook. It might be nothing true in it whatsoever.
So let's put you on the spot. Let's have a percentage. What do you think that the God game is as a percentage?
Well, as I've
Let's
been
go
thinking
on.
about it for several years, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't think the story as I wrote it exists.
Yeah.
You know, I think that is fabrication because of fabrication in my mind. But are we living in a game? For me, I would go 70% yes, because I've seen more evidence that we are than evidence that we're not.
Yeah.
And I find that more plausible than the traditional religious view.
Yeah.
I see that as more plausible, perhaps.
Yeah.
Let's say. But I'm open-minded about it
Yeah.
all.
Yeah.
You know, open-minded about anything. I'm not anti-religion. I haven't bought into it for quite a long time, but I'm anti what it does a lot of time. I'm anti the wars. I'm anti the killing people in the name of religion. I
Yeah.
think, you know, anyone
A lot of bad
that is
stuff
actually
done
truly religious has to be anti-killing people in the name of religion. That's
Yes.
just, you know,
Yeah.
that's godless.
That's a given.
Isn't it?
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
godless.
that's a given.
It is.
Yeah.
So you know, I'm not an anti-believer in anything, but you know, in terms of percentage, certainly I'd give it a 70%.
But what I love about the album is it is authentically you, Al.
Yeah.
This is what I mean, we've had some great conversations over the years. You know, whiskey room conversations is what I like to call them.
Yeah.
And wow, you know, you really do get to understand the people when you have good conversations, like deep conversations.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, you don't know someone until their third whiskey.
Yeah.
And then that's when.
absolutely.
That's
Sorry,
when.
we've got people on here.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, Elaine's on there, Red Eddie's on there. All right, they probably all left and come onto here. Yeah, I reckon. Hello, Elaine. Sorry. Yes. Yes.
He's just bought another
I
one.
just brought another kit. Is it?
He's just bought
Yes,
Oh,
just
no.
brought another
No,
kit.
no.
Paul's brought
no.
another kit.
Here's
There we go.
another one
Oh,
to
no.
tune, Paul. Another one to tune.
How many kids can you carry?
And Paul James has been talking about the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. The Earth was created by mice to find the ultimate question to life, the universe and everything, to which the answer was 42.
There you go. There you go.
Great number.
There we go.
Solid.
And funny enough, I've just been writing a song with Paul which has a Hitchhiker's Guide into the Galaxy in it.
Ah,
And
okay.
the question, the big question was, did Arthur Dent ever get a good cup of tea? Did he ever get a good cup of tea?
Now that is the question.
Good question.
Yeah, it's a good song as well. And Paul, I have just been writing another one, but it isn't finished yet. Because we've been talking too much, that's why. Otherwise, if these guys hadn't come, this song would have been finished. No, I've got the bones of it, and it should be really great. And that's, I'm trying to think of the title of it, which I've kind of done a repeat on it. Don't blow the cover? Yeah, Don't Blow the Cover. Yeah. So you'll hear that soon. So this whole thing of what you believe in and all of that stuff, this actually relates to your book quite a lot, doesn't it?
Definitely.
Because you're talking
beliefs.
about belief systems.
Oh, yeah.
That are ingrained in you.
Yes. And the confusion we have around them, really.
Yeah.
You know, because, you know, you go, oh, I shouldn't really believe that about myself. So you use Paul Smith, but we've all got those
We all
things
do.
in us where you go, oh, I know that if I believe better about myself, I perform better, because that's logic, isn't it? You go, if you go into something thinking, I'm going to fail, I'm going to mess this up, well, then the chances are you are going to mess that up.
Yeah.
There's very easy to spot steps where you tense up and you can't think straight. And
Yeah, you become nervous.
You become nervous
Your
and
train of thought gets
that's
disturbed by
it.
that.
And that's the amygdala doing its thing, and then all of a sudden your vision narrows and your heart, you know, races, and it's simple. But you've created that. You've brought that in with you into that environment. Another person can wander on in and not have that problem at all.
Yeah.
You run a studio, you know what it's like. So you might have some young girl come in and she's confident in her vocal, and because she's confident in her vocal, her voice is freer and everything's looser and open, and she hits the notes and she holds them, and because of that she gets goosebumps, and because of that now you have a better performance, and because of that your mixing is easier, and because of that people hear it and go, wow, that's amazing. But you know yourself.
And one of the first things I do with
Yeah.
people is I sit down and I just have a chat with them. We might have a chat
You've got
about
to do it. Yeah.
something different altogether. Something in their life, something about, you know, the sort of tea they like, or something.
Yeah.
Like, I'll be going, oh,
Anything.
I've got these two sorts of tea leaves. I've got this, I've got these, you know, Assam tea leaves. That's quite good for strong, but I've actually got some Darjeeling that I blend in with it myself, you know. So I have these conversations with them, and we're talking about all sorts of different stuff, and then we go, well, we should really do some work, shouldn't we, you know?
Yeah.
But it doesn't feel like work at that point, because we've now
Opened up the opportunity
yeah,
for relaxing.
and realising people, and you know,
Taking
and I
them
would
away
say,
from what they believe about themselves.
Yeah, wow.
I would say it's the reason that the studio isn't ultra tidy is I don't want a clinical. You know, Red Eddie's bottles are all still up there. The
Yes.
Prosecco's are all still up there.
Evidence of a good
Yeah.
time.
Evidence of a good
Yeah,
sesh.
that it's relaxed. That people come in, they're not afraid to put things down or do anything. You know, it's like relax. We're here to do some good work.
Yeah.
To
This
have
is fun.
fun while
Yeah.
we're doing
Fun.
Yeah.
it. Fun while
And
we're
if you
doing it.
didn't do that, what would happen?
Well, yeah, I mean, people start off tense always, and then actually that makes my job harder as well, because I'm now under, I got to prove.
Yeah.
I got to prove to them that they haven't wasted their money,
Yeah.
and that it's all going to be all right. Whereas that much more relaxed way of doing it is much easier. I think in the early days of the studio, I was a lot more tense. You know, when a songwriter would come in and I go, I've got to make something out of this, and you know, it's a make or break. This is a big thing for them. They spend quite a lot of money to come in here and do that, and I'm under pressure to perform.
Of course, yeah.
Gradually, I got much more used to it and much less stressed about it, because you know, you always stress about, are you up to the job? Can you do a good job? You know, I can't always know that technically I am up to the job, but not everything goes right all the time.
No.
You know, I mean, sometimes it can be just, you know, some breakdowns of equipment or something. that,
Nothing to do with you at all.
Yeah, and everything just takes a lot longer than it
Yeah.
does, and that can put stress on the situation if someone is expecting results there and then.
Yeah.
I'm lucky most of the people I work with know that it's relaxed, and they're just as relaxed as I am
Yeah.
during the sessions, and they know that whatever, if it takes a little bit longer, it takes a little bit longer. I won't charge them for the extra longer if it's my fault, for sure. You know, if it'll break down, something goes. Half the time, I won't charge them any longer anyway, because I just want to finish the song and I want them to be as happy as I am with it. You know, but that kind of that relaxed attitude is hard to be in every situation, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah,
when you say that you've got this conditioning of what you grew up with when you were a kid. Do you know that thing of when you were a kid, that it was at 5 years old that everything got set?
Yeah.
Do you know, my dad once said to me when I was trying on a pair of trousers, he said to the tailor, he said, watch him, he's deceiving around the waist. He's deceiving around the waist.
Yeah. One sentence.
When I was younger, now I am a bit podgy now, I'll give you that, I am.
Yeah.
But when I was younger, I was thin as a rake, but I always thought that I was quite fat. You know.
Just the one thing, innit? At the one time.
You didn't mean anything by it?
No.
Never said anything about it ever again. It was just that one time. Watch him, he's a bit deceiving around the waist. He'd obviously clocked it and gone, he's got a bit of a belly, yeah. You know, yeah, so make sure his trousers are loose enough.
Yeah.
How remarkable, because
It's criminal that you live your entire life under those preconceptions, and they weren't intentional by your parents. They weren't, and it's because your parents will always try to do the best that they can.
Yeah.
But they were also running programs and patterns from their parents.
Yeah, and real victims of their environments.
Real
You know, I know
victims, yeah.
When my parents were growing up in Australia, you know, my mum died when I was 10. My father's now, he can't do a job because he's got 3 boys at home.
Yeah.
And like he's completely stuck. Australia, you know, forget at that point any kind of social security system. And I forget it. You know, you don't work, you don't eat.
Yeah.
You know, so those sort of pressures that they're under, those, you know, you don't have those sort of pressures these days, really, do you? There's hardly
Not in the
anyone
same
goes-
way.
It's
Not in the same
different.
way.
People go, oh yeah, we're really poor. We can't afford to go on our 2-week cruise that we want to go on.
Yeah, that's not no.
That's a different sort of poor.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. Well, 100 years ago, the average person on a council estate would be living as a king. Indoor plumbing, you know, indoor sanitary, clean water. You know, you'd have to be a king in, you know, and not that long ago to live the standard of lifestyle we just take for granted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But of course, our brains don't know that. As you're growing up and as you're sort of absorbing stuff from your parents and from, you know, the social area around you, you just believe what you believe is correct and is you.
Yeah.
And I think it's that confusion that causes the most. Yeah, it did for us anyway. Personally, it caused the friction and confusion is because you're living in a world where you see desire everywhere.
Yeah.
And you are pure consciousness, so your natural tendency is to want to expand and grow.
Yeah.
Do more of the things you love, do more of the things that interest you. Even if you're a monk in a cave, you want to be closer to God. You know, if you're a billionaire, you want another billion. It doesn't matter what you want to expand into, but everyone has this need of expansion, and then everyone has these neurological pathways which we label beliefs.
Yeah.
But they are neurological pathways that we were inherited when we were kids, and it's when they don't align is when we experience friction and pain.
Emotional
Pain, yeah.
Emotional pain, you know, and you know yourself, Al, you know, you've caught your willy in your zip just the same as I have. You have physical pain, but then there's your emotional pain, and it's far worse.
Emotional pain is
Yeah,
obvious,
it is far worse. So, you know, if the book can help someone experience a little bit less emotional pain,
Yeah.
I'm happy
Yeah.
with that.
Yeah,
It
and
worked for me.
that idea that you know things are set and that I am this sort of person. Whereas really, you know, you can
You're
be
not
any
that sort of
person you
person.
want. You know, you can do anything you want as long as you want to do it. You know, as
Absolutely.
you want to do it. You just take away the structures that are in place, take away the obstacles that you put there yourself.
Yes. Unknowingly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
unwittingly, yeah.
Unknowingly, you've you've inhaled them basically,
Yeah.
haven't you? You know,
Inhaled, yeah.
you were living around these ideas, you've inhaled them, and now you've taken those on board for the rest of your life. If you don't know that you can change those, well, now you're fated to a certain kind of life, and that seems.
Well,
ever
you
so
won't sing, will you? So tell me about the experience in church you had.
Yes, I think I was very young. I think must have been 10 or 11, and I think I was trying to sing in church, singing along as everyone does. And I think there was a couple of girls sat in front, just started laughing. Now, probably it wasn't even related to me or anything else, but in my head that was, oh, maybe I don't sound very good. Maybe I shouldn't sing anymore. So I carried
never
that
sang?
for many years. That no, I don't sing. I can't sing.
Go and listen to do that, yeah.
Goes
It's
in
really
subconsciously.
interesting because when we used to talk today, we said, but everyone with a if you've
Everyone
got
can
vocal
If you can
cords,
talk,
if you
they
can
sing.
talk, you can
In my
sing.
mind, it wasn't a learned skill. It was you can or you can't.
Yeah.
Because of that experience.
So many people talk about that, you know, from a musical point of view, so many people say, oh, well, yeah, I tried to play the guitar once, I found it really hard, I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, you tried for 10 years, don't tell me you can't do it.
Yeah.
And everyone gets better when they
Everyone.
practice.
It's
more. I
remarkable.
was talking to the girl I was working with yesterday, Jenny Longville, brilliant songwriter, really good. Doesn't do it much, just every now and then, but great voice and really intelligent songs. And so talking about the ability to do music and how much of it was what people consider inspiration. I'm waiting for inspiration and all that. And that's something I haven't got time to do. I can't wait for inspiration when a client comes in. You know, I have to be inspired every second they're here. You know, and so I haven't subscribed to that for quite a long time, and I proved it in the fact that you know the Let's Play the God Game
the
album was
output.
written in 3 months.
Yes.
20 songs,
Yeah.
3 months.
Yeah.
It wasn't even that hard.
Yeah.
I could have written another 20.
Yeah.
But I just thought, how long is this album going to be?
Quadruple album.
But things just fell into place because I allowed them to fall into place. I didn't put any obstacles in it. There was no deadline for it. It was just
Yeah.
an idea, and I just ran with it, and I kept running with it and running with it. And I go, oh God, you know,
Done.
I need to put the orchestra stuff on now. I need to get Paul in and do it, and
Yeah.
get a few other people in, and now it's done. And oh, let's do a gig.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Um, but it was that easy. But it wasn't always that easy.
No.
It wasn't always that easy. I think I had some turning point in my mind in the early 90s when I started to write the songs for Coming Up From Down Under.
Yeah.
And I drew a line under everything I'd done before. And it wasn't that I'd written a lot of bad songs. I'd written a lot of songs that were okay.
Yeah.
But to me, none of them really hit the spot. You know, they just didn't hit the spot. And then all of the songs on that album suddenly started to hit the spot. And I was going, I'm never going to write the way I used to write.
Yeah.
I am now going to actually just let things happen a lot more. Let things without placing restrictions on, like, that's a hit song, I need to write a song like that, I need to do it. And they invariably failed.
Yeah.
Every one of those
Yeah.
songs that I tried to write like something that was a hit song failed because it wasn't me.
Well, we say it in the terms of we remove the acts. Because when you remove the acts, when you remove your attachment to the outcome having to work, well, now you're free to play. So
Now you get inspiration.
basically, you become a winner winning, not a trier trying.
Yeah.
So if you're a winner and you already won and you see yourself personally as a winner, well, then now you're just playing the game. Now you're just experiencing Jay in Al's studio, or Jay in a restaurant, or Jay in the shower. No Red Eddie. So that's it's critical to sort of remove that axe, because otherwise, if you think, oh well, my
Self-worth is attached to it.
exactly self-worth attached to the outcome, identity
and
attached to the outcome,
is all
yeah.
tied up in
Because
all
now
of
it matters if you make a mistake singing. Now it matters if you make a mistake playing guitar. Now it matters because everyone's gonna laugh at you, and you get so once the axe is removed, now you're you're able to do it. So the book really is the framework of how humans work in a Newtonian universe, because we're emotional, we're creatures, but we do have physiology, biology, neurology. We all share certain things, and one of those big major things is beliefs, and they are neural pathways. They are not something you can say.
And everyone talks about the neural pathways of kids when they learn instruments. That strengthen the neural pathways and all that. And nobody talks about the neural pathways that
When you're an
strengthen
adult.
that you're talking about,
Yes.
which are who I am, what I perceive myself as,
Who
what
am I,
I'm
where do I
picking up
belong?
from my surroundings, to
Yeah.
do with money, to do with security, to do with all of those things. Sorry, there's a whole load of things going on.
Oh, what's happened?
I don't know. As is Rick Lovering, when I retired, I started teaching myself, and now enjoy playing a few simple Beatles tunes. Very comforting. That's brilliant. That's
it.
fab.
Yeah.
That's
That's
the way
fab.
it's done.
On piano, teachable.
Oi, oi.
That's good. They're all they're having a ball over there.
Yeah, that's good.
It's good. Wasn't it Einstein that had the donated his brain? He was a violinist. Quite a good
I don't know,
violinist.
was
Was it
it?
Einstein? And I'm sure it was.
Somebody's brain was in a jar and they played violin, and that part of their brain grew. There was a section.
Basically,
and
yeah,
then
yeah,
They
some sort of-
related that as neural pathways. of
Actual
that.
neural pathways. So when someone says, "Oh, don't believe that about yourself," it's like, "Oh yeah, okay, I can just stop believing a belief, can I?" And you
You
can't.
can't.
No, you can't believe it.
It's interesting, like we've had this discussion before,
Oh yeah.
is that when I won the British Open Championship, I had worked for that for a number of years, and I thought, well, I'm not a winner. When I win, then I'll be a winner. So I had in my head this thing like, oh, I don't know, violins were going to start playing, and I don't know, suddenly I was going to be like, I'm a winner now.
You're struck with happiness.
And I said, it's like, no, you have to be a winner, winning. Like, it's not, just because you've won at something doesn't mean, it doesn't suddenly make you a winner.
There's so many people
doesn't-
that the end goal is something. When they get there, they're bitterly disappointed. when
Yeah,
they
that's
get
what it
there.
was, yeah.
You know?
I
Or
always
are you
remember-
going to just chase the next
You've
thing?
got to chase the
like,
next
oh,
thing.
okay,
Chase
well,
it, isn't it?
I've run a
Yeah.
marathon now I'm going to have to go and run an ultra marathon. Now I'm going to have to... Well, it's because you're not being...
And that's where you get people like Elton John, who cannot stop. He needs to have that next hit, the next hit. And you go, Elton, surely by now you've proved yourself, haven't you? But he obviously hasn't.
No.
He's still
No,
got to prove
still
that he's
doing it.
relevant.
Yeah.
And it's like we all kind of know that the music industry is a young person's industry, so technically he should have had his day. The
Yeah.
fact that he just keeps trying and trying, he does still keep having hits. That's great.
Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah.
But, you know,
He's got a great algorithm.
he's,
Yeah.
Got a
Yeah,
great,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
a great
yeah.
belief
It's
system
great
going
belief
on
system.
about his music, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you do? Yeah.
But it's what you believe about yourself. It's
Yeah.
what you actually, it's your beliefs about yourself is what you're talking about in the book.
Definitely, and it affects the outcome of our lives more than we're led to believe.
Yeah.
You know, walking into a situation of any kind, positive, upbeat, believing in yourself will get you better results than if you go in down on yourself or down on the world or bitter or twisted or you know, cynical, which is easy to be in this world, isn't it?
Yeah.
But you're definitely going to get better results of your life. So in the book as well, it goes on to what kind of results are results. You know, so it is, you know, wealth, because you're living in a world where money matters.
It does
You know,
matter.
Yeah.
you've got to feed yourself, you've got to feed your family, but it's also health, and it's also time, and it's also wisdom, and it's also relationships.
Those
You
are
know,
the
who you
5
share your
pillars
life
he
with,
talks about.
and we talk about them in 5 pillars. So you want to be sort of expanding happily into all 5 pillars of life, and if you can do that, well then,
Yeah.
you know, humans have a tendency to be happier.
Yeah, and so much, something that people never used to talk about was mental health, did they?
Oh,
I mean,
yeah,
it always
yeah.
existed,
Yeah.
but no one ever talked about it. Now it's the big thing. Everyone's talking about mental health. But I mean, it's obvious, isn't it, that if you go to something feeling depressed and whatnot, you know, if you can find a positivity in what you do and what you, then your mental health is going to be better. Everything is
Yeah.
going to be better. But it starts from that belief, doesn't
Yeah,
it? The
yeah.
beliefs that are instilled in you.
Yeah.
And if you believe, oh God, I'm just a depressive kind
Yeah.
of person. I always look on the dark side and I always kind of, you know. Then
Yeah.
And you don't get to
You're
choose.
reinforcing
Yeah,
that,
you
you
don't
know.
get to choose
Yeah.
that when you're born. I mean, there was so if you're born in China, the likelihood is you're going to speak Chinese. You know, and if you're born in England,
Because
you're
those
going
are the neural pathways
they-
that you're
that-
learning.
of
You're
everything around you.
You're
Yeah.
growing into that. But
Yeah.
really, you know, when Jay talks about, in his book, he talks about consciousness, and he said, well, you know, the main purpose is growth and expansion, is becoming.
Yeah.
And it's like saying to a tree, well, how big do you want to grow? It'll grow as
Yeah.
big as it can. You know,
Yeah.
there are no restrictions on
Yeah.
it. It's whatever it
If
wants
you
to
give
be.
a goldfish a bigger bowl,
Yeah, it
it'll
will
grow much
expand.
bigger.
Yeah,
And,
yeah, yeah.
and as conscious beings, we want to expand and experience. So anything that it stops us from expanding or experiencing feels painful to us. It feels limiting. It hurts. So
And it's just a shame that
Right.
thing's stopping us from expanding, is it?
What are the 5 pillars of life? that I
Okay,
think
Jay,
we're
one of
missing
the
a
5
pillar?
pillars of life, because I'm thinking I'm missing a pillar.
I don't know, Red Eddie. I'm going to go 1. Health, wealth, time, wisdom, relationships. Have I missed any?
health, wealth, time,
Wisdom.
wisdom,
That's it.
relationships.
That's
the
it.
5.
That's it. That's the
Those
5.
are the 5 pillars.
That's the 5. So wisdom is an interesting one because that covers spirituality as well. Wasn't we're talking about Buddhism with on your live stream with I forgot your name. Danielle.
Yeah.
Of course. Sorry, Danielle. I forgot your
Yeah.
name briefly. Yeah. So Buddhism is a form of spirituality. You know, the study of consciousness is what we're up to at the minute, and that's spirituality. You know, God is spirituality. Religion is spirituality. So there's lots to that one, but the rest of them are pretty easy. You know, relationships, you need people to share things with.
Yeah.
It's great
know?
to be on a journey with people.
Yeah.
You know, when you have people in here and they play their music, it's an expression from their heart.
Yeah.
You really get to know people in a way that
Yeah.
a lot of people don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's pretty amazing because those relationships are, you know, they're valuable, aren't they?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you brought up the fact of, you know, is music a way to kind of short circuit some of this? You know, that idea when you play things that you almost disassociate yourself sometimes. I think when people call it in the zone.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I have had experiences where I've played something, I've kind of gone a bit dizzy at the end
Yeah.
of it, you know.
Yeah.
Cause probably there's an endorphin or something is
Yeah.
something that's flooded my body and gone,
That's
I
it,
want
yeah.
more of this.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Absolutely.
And
It
that
feels
is
good.
you know, yeah, a kind of real thing. I mean, they said, didn't they? They said you play Mozart to people in exams, they become more intelligent. Well, not really become more intelligent. You've cleared their minds
That's it.
to help them,
Yeah.
help their minds to focus on something.
To free them up.
Possibly because Mozart's music is quite perfect in a lot of ways. It's very perfect. It's not challenging. Mainly, it's
Yeah.
not challenging. I know there's some challenging things
Yeah.
in it, but it's mainly
Not
not.
challenging for you.
No, not challenging for you. Yeah.
He sets up things in a very unchallenging way. I was talking to Jenny about this yesterday, that he plays one scale, he changes one note, and he's taught you that he's going to go to another key because of that one note that he's changed.
Yeah.
And you don't pick
That's
it up.
beautiful.
It's just subconscious. All of
Yeah.
a sudden you're in a new key and you go, how did that happen? How
Yeah.
did you do that? That's magic.
Wonderful.
But it's fully structured and not jarring.
Yeah.
Yeah, wonderful, wonderful.
Yeah.
But yeah, flow states are wonderful. Flow states are just amazing. But it's like you're outside of yourself, listening to yourself. You're not in yourself, thinking about yourself.
Yeah.
And that is flow state consciousness.
Well, you mentioned that about this album.
Yeah.
Like you said, it flowed.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
it
was a
inspired.
flow,
It was
yeah.
easy,
Yeah.
effortless. So
It's how I try and do a lot of sessions as well, that when I'm playing, I almost just disconnect. And just play. I don't think about what I've learned. Half of the time I don't think about what key I'm in or anything. I just kind of try and play something that feels right at the time, and then I go, what are we going to do now? Let's put a piano out. Let's
Yeah.
try that. You know,
Fabulous.
it takes me a little longer to do the piano because I go, oh, not comfortable with this key now.
Yeah.
That's,
Yeah, you start thinking, and then the friction starts happening.
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay, okay. So the book sort of dances around all of those things that we've all had touch points with,
Yeah.
but puts it in a framework. So it's like, oh, this is easier to understand
It's just
now.
structured
It's just,
better.
yeah.
So it's all the things that Jay has been trying to help us all understand over the last 20 years, really, because he thinks differently to.
He does love a chat.
He does. He really does. Yeah. He does love a chat. Not at all deep conversation. Many whiskey. Many
not
whiskey.
true.
But ultimately, this was a fantastic opportunity to bring it all into one place.
Yeah.
Well, we celebrated our 30th anniversary
30th wedding anniversary.
and my 50th birthday.
wow.
So, and they both come in the same month.
Right.
So it was like, oh, I have to get this down now.
He
I
said
have
if
to
I
have an
can
output.
do it as an output for those 2 dates, well then
That would
I
be
feel
ideal.
like I've
That'd
done
be a good
something.
present.
I've done a thing.
I've done a thing.
I've done
Yeah,
a thing.
yeah.
And what I like about it is it doesn't feel like a pamphlet.
Yeah, no.
It's a big, thick book.
I was quite surprised. I was like, oh, he can talk.
I can talk.
Boy, oh boy, this man can talk. What is going on with this?
Sorry.
Like he said, it'll be fun.
Right,
Now I've got to make sure it's all correct.
yeah.
No.
Do my editing because I
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
write, can't spell. I can barely speak.
Well, I
Fabulous.
think we're going to carry on this conversation afterwards. But yeah, have a look at this book. You can get it on Amazon now if you wish. If you look back on the live stream, you'll see that we put a little picture of it up. And if you just put that title in, it'll come up. And I did several times, and it came up each time. So that's good. Have a look at it. It's really certainly can change your life if you would let it. If you will.
The good news is as well is that the so at the moment on Amazon is the
Ebook, they'll be in
Ebook.
paperback,
They'll be in
hardback,
paperback,
and I'm working on the talking of studio.
Oh, the talking book.
Yeah,
Yes,
talking
doing
about
the
the audio
audio
book. Oh,
So
don't speak to me about noise floor.
that's been interesting. So there will be an audio book too.
Yeah, audio book.
Brilliant. Oh, we've
Rick
got-
Lovering's book
he's
is
got
on
a-
Amazon
he's got a
too.
book on Amazon.
Oh,
too.
fabulous.
That's great.
Yeah.
What's the name of the book, Rick?
And Red Eddie's saying this is almost as good as Parky. She's a
Hey.
massive Parkinson
Hey.
fan.
Oh.
What do you
we
mean
love
almost?
you.
Almost is good.
Yeah. Jay's still alive. That was cruel, sorry.
Gosh, gosh.
Yeah.
What kind of people am I staying around?
All right, I think I didn't see any other competition answers that were
Okay.
any better
No.
than the one that
And I
Ingo
think
gave
that's
us.
That's as close as.
So I think we're gonna flash this competition thing back up on the screen there. We're gonna go back on the screen. Al and Baldwin have a surprisingly long history. Where did Al and Ava first meet? And Ingo was correct. It was through Danielle Nichols, and only a few people, in fact Ava herself, wasn't quite sure where it was that we first met. And I jogged her memory that it was the Norwegian church in Cardiff, down in Cardiff Bay, where Danielle Nichols was doing a gig with her band, and Ava was on backing vocals at the time. And then after that, sorry, I'm going to come back down to us. Sorry, you can see the script up there. That's our thing that we've deviated from all the way.
What script?
Who needs scripts
Or
anyway?
as I go, I was doing a tour of Australia, and they called the tour book the Book of Lies.
Why do you think
He isn't right, yeah.
Why
That's
do
the
you think
script
it's
of
taken
lies.
20 years for Jay to write his book? He just keeps talking.
Sorry.
So the other interesting history. So Ingo, when you come across in April, we'll give you that book then.
That'll
Yes.
be
Yeah,
awesome.
and hopefully
we'll all
you'll bump
sign
into
it.
these guys
Yeah.
as well, because I don't think
Yes.
you've met.
That
You
would
get on.
be really
Get on.
lovely.
Brilliant.
That would be lovely. We'd love to meet you.
So fantastic. After that, what happened? And that's our history has just become quite strange in a way, because okay, so Ava came in and she did backing vocals on Danielle's first album, Breathe. Okay, then all of a sudden these guys take a unit just across the road.
Yeah.
And I used to go across for a coffee every now and then and
Yeah,
say
yeah,
hello.
Yeah.
And so for ages
You
they lived
did.
there, or rather worked there when they were putting their business together. And this was a concept to
2-0, yeah.
Concept 2-0.
Yeah. Clean
which-
equipment, wasn't it?
Yeah, the start of a whole business that
Yes.
just kind of has gone almost global, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, it's certainly European.
Yeah.
Certainly
Excellent.
international. So,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
done well.
So yeah, that was all good, and then they ended up living up in Rudry, where we did our first Corgis rehearsals,
Yes.
and they all of a sudden had become a rock band.
Yeah.
And I went, "We got to play you something," and they played this whole rock album.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, whoa, okay, this is unexpected.
Different.
You know, when's the sprinklers going to come in? When's the water washing? You know, it's like,
What's going on here? Yeah. Fair play.
and so yeah, you guys just reinvented yourselves.
Yeah.
As a different thing, because you thought, why not? Why wouldn't you want to do that?
Yeah. It
And
was
so-
wherever the fun took us.
Yeah.
We're like, oh, could that be fun? Yeah, that could be fun.
Isn't that brilliant to be able to do that? To just like,
Could
where's
that
it
be-
fun?
yeah,
What's
where's-
next to do fun? Let's do that.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
Great.
So it's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, we're not afraid to make a change when we
just
smell
make it. Make the change,
we're making a
baby.
change.
Yeah.
Yeah, and now author.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Who would have thought that would have come?
Yeah.
Well, you know,
Yeah,
I
I
could have
certainly
predicted that. I reckon I would have predicted that close to 10 years ago.
Yeah,
It's
well,
like
you did
the
know us, yeah.
conversations we've had, you know, you haven't
Yeah.
got one book and you've got 32.
You've already started writing the
We've already
second.
started on the
I
two,
know.
yeah.
I said,
Let's
oh
see.
my goodness, we haven't even finished the first one yet. Come on.
Sorry, yeah, Paul G, you did say Cardiff, but yeah, actually the answer I was looking for was the Danielle
The
Nichols band. That
Norwegian
was the real
church,
connection.
yeah.
That's I met her through Danielle, and yes, it was a gig in Cardiff, but it was the Danielle Nichols band. Was a catalyst, so I reckon Ingo's got it this time. Unless anyone else has come in with the Norwegian church in Cardiff, then you would.
That would have
maybe-
been closer, but that's okay.
Yeah.
I think he did.
But it would have to be
well.
the
well.
Norwegian church with the Danielle Nichols band. It would have to be in that.
Yeah,
There we are.
definitely.
Yeah, brilliant stuff. There's not much Corgis news other than we're still number one. Coffee in New York, still number one. It means a couple of people are buying things. Also, because of Marty Supreme, the film. I don't know if you know Marty Supreme, the film.
No.
It's an American big Hollywood blockbuster about a table
Yeah,
tennis
yes.
star,
Yes.
and everybody's got to learn sometime, isn't it?
Oh,
All,
Fabulous.
all of our Spotify streams and stuff have just doubled.
Brilliant.
wow.
So we were on
Yeah.
close to 1 million a month as it
Oh,
was.
Yeah.
So we-
that's
That's
amazing.
fabulous.
Congratulations.
so-
all of
so-
you.
That's loads. So James will get more money.
Of course, but that's always a good thing for James.
Happy, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, be
Always a
happy.
good thing.
But it's had a knock-on effect that a lot of people are also
It
Coffee
wakes
in New
them up
York.
to
They're
look-
going, where can I buy Coffee in New York? The album. Well, the Coffee in New York album is like, it's an album of the Corgis, Al Steele and Joe Matera, and it's a compilation album really. Most of the tracks are available elsewhere, and we had a limited copy of a limited supply here. But you can buy them from the States, but it costs an arm and a leg. I've been encouraging people to buy the Ununited Nations albums, buy Cartoon World, buy Cool Hits instead,
Yes.
because
Yeah.
all of the stuff is on there. And anything that isn't on there, I'll send you.
Brilliant.
So there. But
Fabulous.
if you really need to get the Coffee in New York album, and there's a few people who go, but I'm a completist, I need to have it, I got to have it, then by all means go and grab one from America, but it'll cost you an arm and a leg. Just because of
Don't
postage.
want that.
Yeah.
Price of the CD is cheap, price of the postage is about 14 quid or something like that. There we are. So yeah, still number one with that.
Brilliant.
Vote again, please. Vote again, and we might even stay for a third week. We'll see.
And when we seeing you at your gig, when's the date?
Okay, so the main gig is Chapel Arts on April the 18th. Which
April
is,
18.
yeah, that will be a good gig. I
Yeah.
think that will be a hoot. We're doing the whole of Let's Play the God game. And we're doing some other stuff as well.
Brilliant.
We're doing a whole Let's Play the God game.
Brilliant.
And we're doing it the week before on a Thursday night in the Earl Hague, which is in North Cardiff. Small place. So it's a small bar that we're playing in.
Lovely.
But it's a
We've played
great...
that, haven't we, with
Yeah.
you guys before?
Definitely, yeah. We
Yeah,
did.
we have,
You were
yeah.
playing
I just
with,
can't
You've
picture
been
it.
there
I
or
don't
something.
know.
I
Roosevelt
think it was
played
with
there
Roosevelt.
often.
Oh,
Yes,
right, that's
Roosevelt.
right. Yeah, Roosevelt. I know where you're at.
Roosevelt.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
where we've
We've
been.
got some questions on here.
Oh, what
So,
have we
Okay.
got?
Colin.
Colin. Hello,
Yes.
Colin.
Hello, Colin. He says he's missed the live stream. Can I ask Paul to win? When will a physical copy of the CD be released?
Oh, you're
or
talking
will it
about
be
Born to Win's
streaming?
rock CD. Well, that's still in the works. Yeah.
Yeah, it's still there. It's still alive. I've just got to mix it down. Right, so everything is on there. Everything's as we, you know. Oh no, that's what it was.
No. Oh, no.
So I know nothing about
Sorry,
music,
Colin.
right?
Sorry,
Sorry, Colin.
Colin.
There's an explanation, right? So I know nothing about music. So when I wrote the album, I didn't understand keys or anything, right? So there was like certain bits of song that were going so high, I couldn't actually sing them. So every time we brought it down, it just didn't sound right. So we thought, okay, my vocals are going to have to get better here in order to be able to start hitting these notes. Because I could hit them, but imagine a
Not
cat
beautifully.
caught in a door.
Let's say they just weren't beautiful.
A metal door with spikes.
Yes.
Yes.
Quite a few spikes.
So that's what it sounded like, right? So I had to get better. So I have been working on my vocal, you know, over the past 18 months, 2 years or something. So now we're getting there now. It's actually
So
getting
actually,
there.
at some point, we will properly.
We'll probably
get
finish
that
it and get it,
nailed.
Yeah.
but it'll be a hoot. It's a really good album. I like it. You're supposed to love your own stuff, in you.
Yes,
And I certainly do
definitely
love that
should
one.
love your own
It's
stuff.
all my heart in there, and I think that that's as much as you can say, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever you produce, if you
Yeah.
have your heart in there, well then.
Yeah.
Boom.
Maybe it's maybe one of the next times these guys on, maybe we can find a song.
Oh, that
Yes.
would
Give a
be-
sneak
yeah.
preview of a song.
Yeah, that
Let's
would
do
be
that.
Really cool.
We'll see if we can.
Yeah.
We'll see how it works out. Okay, but that's good. Great to see you, Colin. Yeah, lovely. Good that you're on there. I'm keeping tabs of all of these different people.
I know.
That's
We're back all going. It's all going
How can
down.
you see that monitor from over there? It's like
amazing.
tiny. I can hardly see that there's a monitor there.
Put your glasses on, man.
So anyway, we will be back next week with another live stream. There's not much other news with the gigs are there. I think everyone knows when that's going to happen. A lot of people are coming. Thank you so much for buying tickets already, and those that haven't, I know there's a good few people are going to. I haven't actually checked with Jan and Chapel Arts how the tickets were. Well, I did it last time it was like I went, Jan, how are the tickets going? She went 11.
Oh.
And this I'm going, ooh. Okay, must do better. But by the time we got to the gig, it was all right.
Yeah.
It
You want
always
100
works
or
out.
1,000 after somebody says 11, don't you?
Yeah.
11,000.
Ideally, yeah.
All right.
11? Go on. Yeah. Go on.
And?
And the rest of it?
1,000 million. Yeah, all good. I think we are going to sign off with. No, I'll tell you what. I think we were going to play one more thing. Before we really sign off, we were going to do the video for The Best Thing You Can Do Is Love Someone, and this features Emmy on the lead vocal at the end, and of course everybody else on the whole of the song. So I think we're going to stick this up. We haven't done very much corgis today, so let's do a little bit more. Is that going to work? Or is that just going to say to me?
I believe.
Computer
You got our fingers.
says no. I might not have clicked it properly. There
Ah,
we
this
go.
is.
There we go. Up here.
In these strangest times, stuck here in Babylon, sometimes the best thing you can do is to love someone. We can lead the blind with our dark shades on. Sometimes the best thing you can do is to love someone. When there are no songs for the one that's finally gone, sometimes the best thing you can do is to love someone. When the doctor's best isn't good enough, sometimes the best thing you can do is to love someone. When all hope's gone west, we don't need strong or tough. Sometimes the best thing you can do is to love someone. It's not hard to tell when someone's been to hell. It's when the best thing you can do is to love someone. When I come home tonight, will you seem like a stranger? This is where it started. Is this where it ends? Tomorrow I'll be leaving. Driving into the sunrise. Tomorrow we'll both wake up like this never happened. Sometimes life in here is just way too sad, and the best thing you can do is to love someone. Old folks live with fear in a world gone mad. It's when the best thing you can do is to love someone. When words don't bring comfort in anything, sometimes the best thing you can do may be the only thing to do. The best thing you can do is to love someone. It's to love someone. It's to love someone, 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 someone. It's to love someone, 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 someone. Oh, it's to love someone. It's to love someone. It's to love someone. Let me hear you say sometimes. That's when the best thing you can do
We did it for the Cool Hits sessions. Yeah, I can come back down to us. Yeah, outstanding vocal at the end of that, Emmy. And we often say that. James goes, "Oh, that vocal of Emmy's at the end of
So
it.
good.
Best thing you can do."
And she did it live a number
Yeah,
of
she
times.
did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That was,
Yeah.
you did it loads live.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was always
Yeah.
fabulous.
We recorded when we were doing the Cool Hit stuff. It would have been around the same time we were doing Always a Sunny Day and all of that stuff.
Oh,
And
okay.
we just came in to do it. I remember the session with you.
Something.
Because I remember saying, I think you should do Sometimes the Best Thing You. That was my only input into it. The rest was all you.
Yeah. They let you loose. I'll let you loose on it.
Yeah.
There we go. You wound you up and let you go.
Yeah. Brilliant.
I love it.
That was great. That
So
was
good.
great.
So
Yeah.
good. Well, this has been amazing.
It's been fun, hasn't it?
Oh, it's
Very
been great
much.
to catch up.
Honestly, it's just so good to see you.
Yes, it is. It's exceptionally
So
great
good.
to see you all. And yeah, we must catch up more,
Indeed.
for longer.
Some more whiskey, I think.
More whiskey, that's
More
what'll
whiskey
do it.
is what we need.
Yeah.
That single
Always
malt.
the answer.
Always. That's just the
Single
answer,
malt
yeah.
is the way
Forget the book.
forward.
Thank you everyone for
Thank
joining
you.
us.
Thank you,
We are
everyone.
going to leave you with the video for. Oh, sorry, we should have come down to us. I don't know what happened there. Turn the mic on. Forgot to say us. So we are now on us. So now we can go.
Bye.
See you all. We're going to leave you with a video for Lucky Jim. We'll be back next week. I think who's with us next week? Lyndon's back with us next week because we're going to do In His Own Image. So I need to finish that video quick, smart. Okay. It's going to be great. What could
Busy.
possibly go wrong?
Nothing.
Here we go. Up on screen.
Nice.
Bye.
All quiet in the studio, ready to go live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Heaven knows before you start, rest assured we have your safety at heart. Nothing here is for free. Please gamble responsibly. We sincerely hope you know, hey, it's only a show. But there's room at the top for original sin. Fruit of the tree is out on the land. Yes, it could be you instead of him. Lucky Jim. Meanwhile, back at Network Central, the logging lines are going mental. Some guy just pledged his house and kids to grab a little piece of it. And though we don't encourage his behavior, still he could be the next white savior. There's room at the top for original sin. Fruit on the tree is out on the limb. Yes, it could be you instead of him. Lucky Jim. By God, it's only 7:10. One lucky guy made it to heaven to sing. There's room at the top for original sin. Fruit of the tree is out on the land. Yes, it could be you instead of him. You can win. Yes, you can win. Yes, it could be you instead of him. Lucky Jim.
And cut. Good job, guys. Let's set for the next scene. Live link up with Earth. And go.